Rhapsody and visualization.
When your purpose is clear, then what should you do? Put in the resources. Where do you get them from? Inside you. It's inside you. It's not in the north, east, south, or west. It's inside you. If you won't bring it out from inside you, it will not come out. It's inside you. I told you, Jesus said, all right, who's supposed to be paying taxes? Aren't they troubling us for nothing? The disciples said, yeah, Lord. He said, well, let's not offend them. Put your hook into the water, and the first fish that you catch, he said, bring it out and take a coin out of its mouth. Not its belly, out of its mouth. The coin will be in its mouth. He says, take it and pay for both of us. The money was in the fish's mouth. What Jesus said to his disciples, I'm going to make you fishers of men. Did you understand that? It's in the fish's mouth. I'll go into that on a different subject on its own. All right? In Deuteronomy chapter 8 and verse 18, it tells us something. Look at it quick. Deuteronomy chapter 8 and verse number 18. But thou shalt remember the Lord thy God, for it is he that giveth thee what? Power to get wealth. The power of resources. The power to get wealth, that he may establish his covenant, which he swore unto thy fathers, as it is this day. It is God that gives you what? Power to get wealth. Have you ever been in that situation where you needed money to do some things and the money just wasn't there? And you were thinking, God, what do I do? Listen, if you ever find yourself at that point and you think that, I wish I had the money, I wish I had this, the more you think like that, the more you drown. That's like Peter walking on the water. He sees the waves and he starts drowning. And what did the master say? The Bible says the master caught him immediately. What did he say? He says, why did you doubt? He didn't say, oh, the water where you were was too soft. He said, why did you doubt? Jesus knew the reason for the man sinking. He said, why did you doubt? The reason he was sinking was because he looked at the waves. He looked at the waves. His attention was on the waves. Jesus called him. He forgot who called him. So he began to drown. The Bible says Jesus caught him immediately and said, why did you doubt? When you doubt, you start drowning. And you think it's the situation. No, you're not drowning because of the situation. You're not drowning because of circumstances. You're not drowning because of what you're going through. You're not drowning because something here or there or there. It's what you're looking at. And so you doubt and you go down. You're weakened. You go down. Jesus caught him. So why did you doubt? Listen, and listen hard. We come from a lineage of miracle workers. And hear me well. God is not working any miracles today. Don't deceive yourself. He's not. Jesus is not working any miracles today. Don't deceive yourself. He's not. Jesus is seated. He is not working. He's seated, waiting until his enemies be made his footstool. Waiting. That's what the Bible says. Sitting and waiting. He's not performing miracles. You have to understand the difference between our generic communication in general meetings where sinners and babies are. So we say, God is going to do whatever it is. Like, God's going to heal you today. God's going to do this. Is he? That's a general truth. That's a lesser truth. Lesser lights. The Bible talks about lesser lights and greater lights. That's a lesser light. That's a lesser truth. It is a truth, but a lesser truth. Because in reality, he is not doing any work. He is in his Sabbath. He is in his Sabbath. And that's what the Bible tells us. He's not working. He's not working. The Bible says all the works were finished from the foundation of the world. And Jesus came, and the Bible says, in the volume of the book, it is written of me, I come to do thy will, O God. And then the Bible says, he did the will of God. He finished it. And he ascended. He's in heaven. He's not a miracle worker. He was a miracle worker. So who's performing the miracles today? Us. He sent us to go in his name. We are the miracle workers today. We come from that lineage of miracle workers. So today, if you don't work the miracle, nothing will change. Are you hearing what I'm telling you? If you don't work the miracle, nothing will change. So if you come to a crisis position, you come to a place in your life where you're saying to yourself, all right, now I'm in this situation. And you think, oh God. No, as a babe, you can call on God. But when you cease to be a babe and you've grown up, you use what he gave you. If it's got to do with money, get it out of the fish's mouth. You've got to understand who you are. If you can be worried about, you don't have this money, you don't have that money. If you get worried, you don't believe. You don't believe. You don't believe. The easiest thing in the world to get is money. It's the easiest thing in the world. Look at the whole world fighting over money. Look at it. There's hatred because of the Bible says the love of money is the root of all evil. And it says because many have coveted after it, they've pierced themselves through with many sorrows. Easiest thing in the world. But you have to be ready to work and perform miracles.
This is an excerpt from Pastor Chris' teaching.
Other related messages available on Pastor Chris' digital library apps are:
Do you know who I am? I made you. Trust me. You can depend on me. All things were made by me. I have integrity.
All of this is not only authentic, as communicated to us in the scriptures, not only trustworthy, but it is delivered to us to live by.
Discover the potent